Well, here's our next project, EZ. Trying to get this video made, but look what we got over here. Making a lot of noise. So we're laying out the foam pieces here. That way we can make sense of how we're going to be making these seats. He's got all the foam pre-cut. He's going to demonstrate for me how they fit in the airplane. This is the back seat right here. So both seats in the back are identical. The passenger seat here and driver seat, pilot seat, are going to be unique. Well, hello there, friends. So today I was wondering, how am I going to start this video? Because I don't really have anything to show you. So this is the story. I had a customer, he flew in from Fort Worth, Texas in his airplane here to our small airport in our small town. And this is what he gave me. He gave me several pieces of foam, and he gave me a paper pattern. So this here represents what's going to be a future airplane seat. So I have 4 of these to do. So we're going to be fabricating, which I always call making something from nothing. So stick with me and you're going to see what this is going to happen. What's going to happen here. We're going to make the magic happen. So this is the configuration right here. So we have 1, 2, going to be making 3 separate cushions that I have to attach together, and a headrest. And this is the material that he chose right here, Partners Medium Ash. So let's take a look. See what that looks like. There it is. Nice gray color. So there's some things in the design that I had to give a lot of thought to. One of them is I want to make these cushions removable. So I'm going to be putting some zippers somewhere so that way I can unzip it and remove a cushion if I wanted to. The other thing is I need a hinge because of the shape of the seat. You know, the seat is not going to be flat like this. It's going to have a curve, you know, backrest and a bottom cushion. So I'm going to be making this area here the hinge with extra vinyl between the 2 cushions. So where we're going to start is we're going to go ahead and start with the bottom side of this cushion right here, because that's where I'm going to be putting the zipper and all. So what I'm starting out with is about a seam allowance of about 3/8 of an inch or so. You know, give or take. As long as it's close, it's not rocket science, like I always say. You heard me seen that in the comments. So anyway, let's just go ahead and just draw it out. Right? And what I'm going to do right here is, because I'm putting the zipper, I'm going to mark where the foam ends. Then I will take my measuring device And I will go 1 inch for the new zipper, and then about another 3/8 inch or so for the end. So this 3/8 inch right here represents my sewing allowance, so the end of the cushion will actually be there. So I think I will start my zipper about 2.5 inches. I'll cut it right there because I'm going to be folding it for the zipper on about 1/2 inch on either side. So that's our 1 inch that we added into the material. So this is where I'm going to be making my cut, right there. So these are going to be 2 separate pieces. I'll put the zipper right between those two and put them back together again. So I am prepping for a zipper. So this is technique number 829. What that is when you start a zipper like this, what I do is, you can see here, I cut it at this angle. I don't cut it straight across. So what happens when you cut it at an angle like that, all I do is I just kind of pull. Just kind of pull like that. And look what happens. Oh, I gotta go down a little bit. Yeah, see, there it goes. Wasn't that easy? You understand why it works that way, right? Okay, back-to-back techniques coming your way now. So I'm going to show you another technique of sewing a zipper. Normally you probably see me flip it over like this, and I have that folded over about 3/8 of an inch like that, and then I start sewing from the back side. Okay, but what I'm going to show you now is technique number 2898. What that is the opposite way. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to take my 3/8 inch overlap and put it over the top this way. This is what it looks like. Now I'm going to show you the other way of doing it. So we have the face facing down and the back is facing up. Okay, then I'm going to take this, put my 3/8 inch sewing allowance, put it underneath like that, and then start sewing that. So let me know in the comments which way you like better, from the top or from the bottom. Okay, so now that gives us the pattern that we need for the bottom right here with the zipper. So now to make a top right for this one, all I'm going to do now is take what we just made, flip it over so that way it's face to face. That way we have an exact opposite. So now we have our top and we have our bottom. We're getting there, huh? Okay, so now to make our sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and measure all the way around. Let's just take a measurement all the way around. So it says about 64, but I'll give it about a 65. It never hurts to go just a little bit further, so we can trim off what we don't need. So it looks like 65 by, I'm going to make this one about 2.5. So that gives us some sewing allowance on either side. Okay, for the long strips, I'm going to be going down the row. So, oh, that didn't stay. Oh, that didn't stay. Stay there. Hey. Okay, so anyway, 65. Okay. By 2.5. Now I have a whole bunch of pieces to put together. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that this would be the point where I would have my technique number 821. That's where you fold it in half. You mark your center. So then you start sewing from your center, work your way out this way, flip it over, start from the center here, work your way out. I guess it would be this one, working your way out. But what I have here is I have cut extra long, remember? So it's not so crucial because it's a lot of extra long there. So I guess it's okay to start from one end here and work my way all the way around. So that's what I'm going to end up doing. Now for technique number 67. When we go to put the top and the bottom and the sides together, okay, what we want is we want all these corners here to match, right? We don't want it to be off sewn, so that way it's like this and then it doesn't fit right. So what we do for that technique is I will just take the part that has the bottom sewn on it already, and wherever there's a corner right there, what I will do, fold it in half like this, 90 degrees, and then transfer the mark over to the other side just like that, and do that all the way around. So now as I'm sewing it, I have match up my marks. So I match up that mark to that mark to that mark, and as I'm sewing, I match up that mark to that mark to that mark, and so on and so forth. Just like that all the way around. And then that's how I know that we're going to get a good fit. Now for technique number 21. So technique number 21, the number is so low because it's so important. And what that is to check your work. Make sure that everything is going smoothly, that everything's going according to plan. So what I did is I stuck the cushion in there to see what it looks like. So far so good. So that way I have the confidence to know that I can go ahead and continue. And even on the other side, on the flip side, this is the time to know, like, if you made a mistake, that you can correct your mistake before you go any further. Okay, I went ahead and did a French stitch on the top side. Okay, I need to make 2 more covers. 1, 2, just like I did that one. So I'm not going to bore you all with that. I'm just going to go ahead and get these other 2 ones made using the same process as this one. Yep, yep, getting closer. Okay, let's clean up all of our China marker marks. So let's see where. So oh, there's one right there. One right there. Right here. So on and so forth. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep.
That'll be nice.
So here we are with the rattan cozy. Got the seats done and installed. And do we have a happy customer? One last look here before we go. That's the backs. And there's the fronts. Well, thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Okay, in the description below, I'm going to put the link for this beautiful aircraft here. And we're going to see Mike in his YouTube channel. Well, until next time, we'll see